We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington football team. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. So had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. This is caught. Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. They're going to look to throw. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 7.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7. Washington nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Marcus.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping, and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possession.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now a run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 10-yard line.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Perriman.
Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
On the play.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Ravens 10.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Barrios on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, here's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
They try again with Cook. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he finds Cook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back in.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First down, Ravens.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Thrown away and incomplete.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a gain of
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
And out across midfield down to the 45. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Ravens.
On first down, it's Henry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
Deron Payne's one of a good number of young defensive tackles in the game. Made a nice stop there, now in his 3rd year out of Alabama.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
And the ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Baltimore.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up.
Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
17. Michael Dixon set to kick
Out
off.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 4.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
By Cameron Dantzler. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That's good.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Cook following the penalty. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 41. A gain of 7. And the Ravens 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, it's Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Logan Ryan.
A final shot now for Burrow. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes.